bosses.
Right.
But you're going to see, and I think up here you'll see a few different changes, including we're going to No Man's Wharf right now.
Sure.
And the main differences that you'll find are the graphics, the frame rate, the enemy placement, the weapon placements. Like you said, there's a pretty late game weapon that you find pretty early on.
It's the Grand Lance. We could spoil it.
Sure.
It's the Grand Lance.
Yeah.
And from what I understand is that we ran a poll about what weapons people used, and the Grand Lance was the last one.
Okay.
And so from some, I thought that was interesting. Obviously, difficult to get a hold of before.
Sure.
I believe it was in one of the memories. But now you can literally find the Grand Lance in the Forest of the Fallen Giants.
Yes.
It's a very interesting weapon. You can maybe equip it a little later. We can check it out. But there's just stuff like that that changes things around a bit. It makes the game a little different.
Yep. And another difference that you'll find really fast in the game is that there are going to be more of these petrified people hanging around.
Yeah.
Kind of gating different areas where there might be some treasure.
And that's what you break with the Fragrant Branch of Yore.
Yes.
And there's more Fragrant Branches of Yore in the game. And so you have to, you kind of choose which path you want to use. Like when I was playing, I wanted to unlock Strayed right away, so I went straight there.
Yes.
But that's going to be different.
And there's one we're going to, we'll see it later. Well, there's one petrified person you see real fast in the game that I don't exactly know what's back there. I don't know why it's...
Oh, the one early on?
Yes, and things betwixt.
We haven't looked at that yet. Yeah,
we'll
check it out.
What's back
but you're
there.
going to check out No Man's Wharf right now?
Yes.
Okay. One thing you'll notice is Lucatiel is not here.
Huh? Yep, she's not there anymore.
She's somewhere else.
Yes.
Within No Man's Wharf, I believe. So, people keep on asking questions. I keep on forgetting. People ask about soul memory. If you didn't know, when the patch hit in February, there's a ring that was added called the Agape Ring.
Yes.
I believe. And I believe it's sold by Strayed. And that ring, when you have it equipped, all of the souls that you gain will go into that ring. Soul memory, you'll stop gaining souls, so your soul memory will stop advancing.
Yes.
So that's something that exists in the game right now in its current state that you can go play with. But soul memory outside of that hasn't been changed.
Yes.
Are there any new weapons or armor? We talked about that before. Some of the new invaders, the Forlorn, have an armor set and a couple weapons that you can get them to drop. Yeah. Why ain't it possible to get invaded by 5 enemies, 3 blue phantoms, 2 red, and myself?
We gotta...
What? This might break game. I mean, there's up to 6 people can be... up to 6 people can be in the online world, right?
Yep.
So 3 friendly phantoms, and then 2 invaders.
And I think that's to help newer players through the game. Just kind of, you can summon more.
If you want to summon more people.
Yeah,
I don't think everybody wants to have 3 people just run around.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. That's fine.
Right. You died. Everyone's making
I did die.
Everyone's making fun
I
of me.
rolled right off that plank.
Oh, I need to put this back in slow mode. There we go. So
now I can't.
Can you go in between graphics and old placement? No. The Scholar of the First Sin is the Scholar of the First Sin.
So yes, you cannot revert back to the PS3, Xbox 360 version of Dark Souls 2.
So one of the more interesting things is the Pursuer. He seems to, and we don't know the full scope of the implementation yet. We know a lot of what's going on. He follows you around. So you meet the Pursuer in... The normal place to meet the Pursuer.
Yep.
But then when you go to some other areas, he just shows up.
Yes.
And he literally pursues you.
Yes. In the most random places, he'll be there.
The Lost Bastille, he shows up. A couple different times.
Yep.
So it's very interesting. And he has that going on.
And yeah, he'll rise from the ground like a hell demon, and with all other enemies after you, he will decide to charge up and get you.
I'm going to try to pick up some more questions. Are retailers selling the DirectX 9 version? In terms of PC physical, we don't sell
It's gonna
physical
be digital, yeah.
PC copies here in the States.
Mhm.
In Europe, you'll have to ask at Bandai Namco UK
Yep.
on Twitter, and they can maybe ask this question. We honestly don't know in Europe which they're selling at retailers, the physical copies.
Here it's just going to be digital.
Here, PC is digital only. So that's the Pursuer. Do you get any extra swag? What? Durability. Do I get a discount? Can you farm souls?
Farming souls. So that's something different. I forget if it's in the patch or if it's in this version off my top of my head, but if you join the Covenant of Champions, enemies will continue to respawn even after you kill them multiple times.
Right. So you can farm souls now, yeah?
Yep.
So Branches of Yore, we talked about that. There's more friendly NPCs, like summonable NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more of those guys.
I can't see, so I have to light a...
Different enemies, different balance, grandlands. Enemies chase you for longer.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have different aggro ranges, too.
Yes.
Some of them have higher, some have lower aggro range. And the enemies just chase you for longer. There's a scene from, and I think IGN had it on their stream, but the Forest of Fallen Giants, where all those guys are laying on the ground.
Yes.
Where the first Haid Knight used to be.
Mm-hmm.
They're all laying on the ground, and you can go and round up. And you can have like 30 people chasing you at one time. It's pretty cool.
If you want that to happen, that can happen.
It's pretty cool. Some of the enemy placement really changes the difficulty of some areas. I was talking to one of the QA guys, and in Hidden Valley Ranch or
Harvest Valley.
Is it Harvest Valley?
It's Harvest Valley.
Harvest Valley.
Are you talking about the sorceresses?
Yeah,
yes.
when you go to approach the tower of, I forget what it's called. There's the fire sorcerers. Yeah, the fire sorceresses casting fire from like way above you.
Yes.
So there's just a lot, and those priestesses are moving around different places. There's just a lot of stuff that's changed in regarding.
Yeah, they kind of rebalanced the area.
Where'd that guy come from?
That was a dog came from.
And I feel like enemy placement, you just say that a lot. As you're going through the game, you say, whoa, where'd that
come
from? You're not used to seeing that.
And yeah, like I said before, it really changes the strategy of how you play the areas.
Right.
And so in that area, I believe there were those trolls that had the guys right on the back.
Yeah.
That shoot the dark magic at you. Now you have these fire priestesses.
Yeah.
Oh, look what we found. Look at you.
Oh, look at you. Okay, so I think it's time to put on some different armor.
All right.
A lot of people ask about balance changes. I don't have any. We don't have any information on any specific changes that are upcoming. It doesn't rule it out that they're not supporting anymore, but we don't have any specific information right now on that.
I know some changes may have been made to weapon balancing, like the parameters of that, those, but I'm not sure of.
So, the Scholar of the First Sin box art on Xbox One, PS4 looks like this. It's pretty cool. That's Forlorn on the front. It's different on Xbox 360 and PS3. It's the guy holding the crown. Trying to look through some of the questions. What is the point between having a DirectX 9 DirectX 11 version? We don't want to make the game. We wanted to make a game that's a new experience, but we don't want to change what other people.
Right.
I mean, the DirectX 9 version is more accessible for people with slower PCs and stuff, and is cheaper. So if that's all you want, then you can just go for it. Dark Souls 2 base game is still great, and you can keep on doing that. Somebody was asking about soft bans. So soft bans are controlled by the From Software team.
Yes.
Like we internally here at Bandai Namco Games don't touch that list. So if people could talk to our support, we can give you all the information we have, but we can make requests and we can talk to those guys about it, but that's completely managed by From Software. Put on some different armor.
We got Havel's armor on here.
Okay.
Rolling around.
Put on
Was some of the different? All
some
right.
of them they might not have seen. I mean, they probably have seen most of them, but
how about what
some
was
of the crazy stuff? Giant.
Let's see.
Full eye orbs. I don't think that's planned to be in there. Scholar of the First Sin, easier or harder now? The game feels, to me personally, a little more difficult, but there's some things in the game. Oh, you got the Mad Warrior helmet. The game seemed, but they put some things in it to kind of assist with that difficulty, like
the more
phantoms,
the increased co-op partners.
But
it's been interesting going back, playing through areas that on the PS3 and Xbox 360 version I barrel through
Right, right.
Now you have to take it a lot more slow, a lot more.
Right.
Gotta get used to everything again.
Um,
Trying to find the
one thing. Oh, No Man's Wharf. There's a new part of. I mean, there's new addition to the map.
Yes.
Is a shortcut, right?
Yes. Yeah, let's go.
You gonna go run and find that real quick?
We'll try.
That makes this area a little more
easy to get back and forth.
Yeah.
Let's light this torch because this area is a lot darker than it used to be. Let's go light that. Go that way? Yes. Whoa, whoa. Hello,
People asking about how much pricing and costs and stuff. Like I said, well, we already went through that information, and we'll publish the video to YouTube afterwards. But we'll publish that information for everyone to see.
Yeah, they'll be
publicly.
up on social media channels.
Yes, and on Steam. The game will launch on Steam April 1st. 3 p.m. Pacific.
3 days. Yes.
Yeah.
So, bro. Oh yeah.
In-depth lore. A lot of the, I think it's the same. You know, obviously, we added the Scholar for Sins, been added in there. The lore's the same as it was after the patch, but there's more like descriptions on the items, and there's kind of a little more they tell you.
Yeah. So the lore description is going to be the same as Dark Souls 2 is on the current Dark Souls 2 with the content patch.
Right.
So you'll have different expanded lore descriptions in certain items.
Right.
And it added the Scholar for Sin NPC to kind of take you through a different, some more of the backstory of this the game.
Okay.
And this is actually where we're going to see our friend the Shadow. There he is. Ugh. Yeah. He's not.
Please explain to me why there's no new item. I mean, there's a lot of questions we can't ask.
Yeah.
Why is this not in the game? Why is that not in the game?
Yeah.
These are choices by From Software to make the game they want to make. Oh, we got a Shadow Warrior here.
Yes.
This is making the game they want to make. They wanted to make another Dark Souls 2 experience. It's the same game at the base, but there's a lot more going on.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, putting new items in, it's going to take a lot more, obviously resources and considerations like balancing and making sure everything works together.
Sure. Somebody asked about netcode. We don't have any information about any netcode changes or anything like that.
They're planning. They want to improve the stability of the online matchmaking systems, and I don't know if it's more of the matchmaking systems rather than the actual netcode. But
okay. So in terms of like connecting to each other, well, that's one of the new features too. We talked about that. If you go to a bonfire and you look at the areas, your list of areas, you're gonna die, aren't you?
No. Yes.
If you go to a bonfire, look at the number of areas. There will be markings on that screen that tell you where you're more likely to find other player interactions.
Yes.
Right?
So there will be a faint outline while you're playing online of certain areas.
Right.
And those will be where online activity is. Here's the shortcut back to beginning of the level here. Where certain online activity is higher.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to find more matches
through
those areas.
And it's kind of helping you find where those matches are going to be.
Yep.
Somebody's making fun of you playing. People are asking about why would I buy this game again? If you don't want to buy this game again, that's okay, man. You don't have to.
No one's forcing anybody.
We think it's a cool experience. Yep. I think it's fun to play back through again. If you're like, man, I want to play through that game again, well, that's okay too.
It's perfectly, yes. It is your rights.
That bridge alone is worth $20. Probably not, but we.
It is a big help.
So we have giveaways now. We got about 5 minutes left. I think were you gonna go? What else were we gonna go? Oh, the beginning.
Check out this.
I'll grab the giveaways. You do that.
One of the differences you see pretty fast is a petrified statue in Things Betwixt, where you go to the coffin that changes the gender of your character.
Sure.
Which spoilers, I guess, if you didn't know that happened, or you wondered why all of a sudden you're.
I think everybody figured that. I mean, there's the first time. I think everybody knows by now. Everybody's watching the stream knows what that called.
And this. Oh, you know what? Oh, maybe we will be able to buy it. I got buku souls here.
What are you doing?
Buying the fragrant branch of Yorks. I don't have any right now.
Did we use all? Oh, because you died.
And I don't have any. Once. Well, this merchant here, Melentia, sells. Talk instead of. Let's find out about the Giants.
So what we're gonna do with the giveaways is we have 3 copies of the game, 3 on Xbox One, 3 on PS4, and we have 6 posters, which can be seen behind us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put those together into 6 packages for winners, and we're gonna pick 6 winners. So my first question for everybody on stream, first of all, I got to turn slow mode off, is what is what's your favorite weapon? Which weapon do you use the most?
Mm-hmm.
So type in chat your favorite weapon, and I'll pick 3 winners now.
Sure.
And then we'll do another question. We'll pick 3 winners later. Are you going to the place?
My sword broke, but that's fine. I think I upgraded something else down here.
Oh, regards rapier.
Yeah. So yeah, that merchant sells you a fragrant branch of yours, so you can go to Shaded Woods a lot earlier. You can see what is in the tunnels between No Man's Wharf and Heights Tower Flame. Kind of opens up the game.
Sure.
Go see Strayed before you fight the Lost Sinner, or go to Harvest Valley. So let's see what. I'm interested to see why they closed this off.
Have you played? You've been playing a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Since we have the retail copies?
Yes.
I've been playing. I'm probably like 4 or 5 hours in.
I'm about the same. Yeah, same area. And I make sure I don't fall. Seems dumb.
Don't fall.
So it should be here. Yeah, I just defeated the skeleton lords.
Oh yeah. Oh.
See ya.
Let's see what's back here before I read off our first set of winners.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh.
Ah.
Don't say that on stream. Okay, so our first set of winners, and I'll contact you. We have which platform you want, PS4, Xbox One. But our first 3 winners are Ruxie, 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 Astora Bro, Astorabro, Astora Bro, and Drelyk, Drelyk. So all of you guys will message you on Twitch to get your contact information. If we don't message you in the next couple days, feel free to send us a message, or you can find me on Twitter at jkartje, Jkartje, and we'll make sure you get your prize, and we'll ship it out as soon as the game is released.
Yep.
So that's the winner of our weapon. So what's the next question for the other 3 people? You have a question?
Oh, do I have a question?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, it's some trivia.
A question. I don't have a question.
Yeah.
Spot on this one.
Sure.
Where do you find where does this guy first show up? The Mad
Warrior.
The Mad Warrior.
Where does he first show
up?
up?
First see this guy in Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
I think an important lesson was learned for people who haven't played Dark Souls.
Sure.
Don't panic when you run into a room and see things, because you will maybe fall off an edge.
Okay, I'm getting my winners. I think everybody figured out. Is it Belfry Soul?
Yes. Uh-oh.
I like that guy's name.
Oops.
Okay. So are you taking out those guys? Then we're going to see what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on back here.
So the next round of winners is FZ Fletch, FZ and Fletch. Keeper Fim, Keeperfim, and Noodlestein.
There you go.
Noodlestein. Congratulations. We will send you a poster. I gotta find poster tubes, ship these out. I'll find them. And then a copy of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on next gen platform of your choice. And right now, we're pretty much wrapping up here, but we want to see what. Don't get.
Try not to.
We want to see what all this area is all about before we close out for the evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We understand that a lot of this information you guys have been waiting a long time for, and we understand the Steam PC thing's a little confusing to wrap your head around. But like I said, we'll publish all the information. We'll make everything nice and clear for everybody.
Yes.
And we definitely don't want to. We're not throwing away the original Dark Souls 2. We're not saying that doesn't matter anymore. Check out this new version.
Yeah.
It's just different now.
A different version to play in. Where are we?
What?
And Oy.
Whoa.
Hey, hello.
So it's still just the fat elephant out here?
Just these guys.
Oh,
all right.
it's
Well,
still just coughing.
that thing? Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, there's two guys. That's
Were
right.
the two here before?
Yeah, there's two.
Okay.
See ya.
Well, that's pretty much.
Right, well, that's it.
Maybe there's. I don't know. We don't know what's over here. Check it out. Let us know. There's also one of those guys walking around in the Forest of Fallen Giants.
Oh yeah, he's there.
Well, you can find the hippo rhinos a lot faster. So, anyways, thank you everybody for coming out. Prizes, we'll get these to you guys. Message us on Twitch. We'll message you on Twitch. We'll figure it out. Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin is out on April 7th on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and on Steam.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Is that the Pursuer?
We got problems.
That's awesome. And his visor's already lit up.
Yeah, this is not a good.
What's...
Oh, all right, see ya.
He just said hello?
He just said hello. Goodbye. I guess.
All right. That's awesome. So anyways, on Steam, April 1st at 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
It'll be live on Steam. DirectX 9 and DirectX 11 version.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's it.
And April 7th for...
April 7th. I
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
Okay. I think that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And if you have more questions, hit us on Twitter. Hit me on Reddit. We'll get your answers.
Yep.
I think that's it. Thank you for joining us.
Great. All right. Thanks.
Very few indeed have come even this far. And yet your journey is far from over.
By ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. Fate would not be bested, and men were cursed once again. Beyond the bonfire lies the Forest of the Giants, where a great battle precipitated the kingdom's downfall. The far gate is the entrance to Hade's Tower of Flame. Inside the giant pit live the tiny beings that were once man's friends. Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul.
Fire came to be, and with it, disparity. And the brighter the flame, the deeper the shadow.
Until the curse touches her flesh. We are bound by this yoke. As true as the dark that churns within men. What do you want, truly?